129 in the draft, comes from a basketball background. Also played at Diamond Creek in the VFL.
You know,
so all important, 4 points up for grabs here, and there is nothing in it at half-time. Out of the centre, Brush goes without it. McKinnon not doing it in the air, but she's doing it at ground level. She's tackled.
I love that about McKinnon. She loves working below her knees in the contest, and then she loves to get on the end of a handball receive, and complete player there for the tall young kid.
Yeah, she's raw. Certainly a long-term project. Here's Collier out of the centre. Flicks it wide, and a player's been put down behind play, so the ball will come back here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think it was maybe a push after the contest, potentially, or actually it looks like an infringement off the bench when a player's coming in onto the field. I think it looks like Hardiman has actually infringed the player coming off the bench.
So it'll be the Giants' ball through Beeson. 19-year-old for the Giants, another local product. She's going to kick it high. Brush was there. Here she goes, Brush with the handball. Couldn't get it cleanly, fighting with Davey. The two former Matildas, what about that? Brush and Davey. Ellie Brush played a handful of games for the Matildas, and Brianna Davey, 18 internationals for the Matildas. Still underway. Going to ground was McWilliams. Brush and Davey go at it again. This time Davey, good composure in the contest. Back to Audley. And centering kick. Dangerous. Oh, hitting the pack hard is Collier, breaking her way through, and the shot for goal was offline.
you're right about that dangerous possession there. I would have been going long down the line rather than back through the 50, where, you know, you see that the girls have the opportunity to shoot on goal.
So Hardiman plays it safe to Darby, one of 3 inclusions for the Blues this week at selection. Kick puts her teammates under pressure, and Brush is there, ready to sweep on the ball. They've got the numbers, the Giants, and a lovely kick comes in, and it's marked by Dalpos. Spins onto the left, moves it quickly, and backing back and taking the mark is McWilliams. Great team play again.
Absolutely, and that's how the Giants need to move the ball. Quick possessions, long kicking, and get the Blues flat-footed. And that's exactly what Dalpos did. Tremendous leadership there, great experience, lowered the eyes, and then was able to hit up Phoebe McWilliams.
So she kicked the first goal ever for the Giants last week against the Crows. Sucks in the oxygen. Should be elementary from directly in front. 10 years at St Kilda. Second game with the Giants, and she splits the middle, and it's the Giants now drawing level.
They call her the Stevie J of the GWS Giants, and she's showing her stuff. That was great vision from her to run in, mark that ball at 30 and go back and kick the goal. That's what we need.
The poise there of Dalpos, though, to spot up the target, the movement there of the tall leading forward, that's what we need in this competition. And I think that's what the Bulldogs struggled with last night. They didn't have any dedicated key forwards. And when you see that happening in a forward line here within the AFL women's competition, that's where your scores come from.
Phoebe McWilliams, she comes from Melbourne. 2 of her friends were so excited to see her play in the debut last week. They woke up in the morning, got in the car, and they drove all the way to Adelaide just to watch her at Thebarton Oval. She kicked a goal. It was worth the drive. Loose ball here on the broadcast wing. Keeping it in play was Attard, the veteran. In fact, it was Hardiman there for the Blues. The defender was outnumbered. Exxon lays a tackle. Davey, just so explosive. Look at that raw power. And the kick is smothered. So there is nothing clean for the Blues at the moment. It's been really frustrating for them.
Absolutely not. And Tim Schmidt will be really happy that he's got Jessica Dalpos on his team and not on Carlton's, because she could have ended up that way. I know they were very interested in her, but look at the poise and balance from Dalpos today.
Spins back in. McKinnon palms it down, looking for a teammate. Reading it best was Loynes. Is that a push in the back? The umpire says no, holding the ball.
I think he actually thought that she was playing for the free kick, and he's penalised her for that.
So free kick going the way here of the Giants. And Williams really made to work for that, caught out of position. Doing well was Tully, and then a great kick again to the top of the square. Here's Barclay. Can she fire out the handball? Just misses Schmidt, and it's held up.
She's been lively up forward, hasn't she? She was nearly on then, and it was nearly going to be 2 goals in quick succession. Blues do not want this.
So Giants back in front. They lead it by 6. Ikon stripped of the ball. Brush loves the contest. Loves the physicality, and Ikon tackles her.
Do you reckon Brianna Davey and Ellie Brush have had a moment today where they've gone, can you believe we're not in Barcelona or actually out here on Ikon Park playing footy?
Ellie Brush played soccer for Houston, so they've both travelled the world through their soccer career. Kick comes the back way of May Newen. Kicks to a contest, and that's a cool head experience there from Downey.
They need to spread here, give options to the...
Tompkins does well, just slaps it to her own advantage. Gillespie Jones lays the tackle, but quick hands off to Dalpos, sends it to the goal square again, this time offline.
I like the fact that the Giants try and keep the ball alive. They want to get out of the clearance, out of the stoppages, and get the ball clear to a runner. And it's been really good for them today, and they've got a lot of their forward movement because of that.
They're doing it by hands as well, and out the back. If you notice, every one of the Giants have cleared the ball from the stoppage with a handball out the back.
So a thumping kick out of defence. Collier fighting with Hosking. 2 little terriers going toe-to-toe. Comes back out to the Giants, and the kick to the goal square almost bounces through. It'll stay in, put Sheila under pressure. Great bump by Barclay, and then a centering kick. How good is that? And running into an open goal is Dalpos. And the Giants are energised, and they smell an upset at Princess Park.
Kel, how good is football? Like, that was terrific and great vision. You know, most of the time you're deep in the forward line, you get a shot on goal, and in fact, you know, instead of steadying and going for the corridor and seeing it and just Dalpos, you blaze away and have a shot yourself. But the composure and the discipline there from the player there finds Dalpos, runs in, sure goal. What a great team effort.
Great vision.
That is a team that is really well drilled. They've got the discipline to square up into the corridor when they're so close on goal.
So Dalpos having a blinder. One of their best in that loss to the Crows last week as well. And what is Lauren Attard going to do? The captain of this Carlton team. For the first time, they've really been challenged in this season. Downey, here she is, just willing herself to the contest. Forced to tackle, tries to get involved. But it's all the Giants through Ross. Collier coming to Guest. Got some time and space and a great kick. How does it sit for Beeson? Really well. Good tackle. Forced to move it quickly. Schmidt under the pump. Loses possession of the footy. Lucas Rod. Back to Privatelli. It was an awkward kick. Put Downey under pressure, but she marks. Giants by 13 points. Crowd of 7,884 in for this second round clash. The first of a double header. We've still got Collingwood and Melbourne to come your way live on Fox Footy tonight. McWilliams sends it in. Oh, the fly from behind. Not quite. Beeson. Quick hands, bouncing ball. It's a good old-fashioned one-on-one contest here. Schmidt is bearing down. And the tackle affected the kick there of Hardiman. But Attard does well. Nice mark by Jacobson. I dearly love her doing that. Inside 50 for the Blues. Bounce wasn't great. It was a little awkward. Nothing's going their way at the moment, Carlton. Bibby, little handball out to Dalpos, and great vision again. And taking the mark is Beeson.
Well, Jess Dalpos had a breakout year in the VFL last year. I felt like it was her best year of senior football. She finished up at under-18 level in 2012 and took a bit of time to find her feet. And I'm not surprised with having a bit of separation, being up in Sydney and getting her eye in, that we're seeing this sort of football from her.
So Rebecca Beeson, has she got 48 metres in her legs? She's going to back herself in. She runs to 47, doesn't quite get hold of it. Is that a mark in front to Barclay? What does the umpire say? No. It's a Carlton ball.
I almost thought that McWilliams actually got herself to the front spot then, so...
Paid to Privatelli. Controversial call. Oh, strong mark.
Bit of a dicey kick, though. 1 on 3.
Yeah, it was 1 on 3, and Ikon did really well. She kicks up looking for Moody. Tompkins is tough on Moody. Moody then goes tough with the tackle. She's outnumbered.
Tompkins needed to make a better decision there. She needed to go the player, so that freed up her teammate to take that ball and take it out of the area.
Rianne Moody started in the ruck for the Blues. Here she goes again. Wins it down to Arnell. Kicks around the body. Barely been inside 50 for the Blues in this quarter, and hitting it hard is Shearlaw. And they flood back. There's no one inside 50, so she's got absolutely no options to go to at the moment, Kate Shearlaw. Kicks to a one-on-one. Jacobson might have been holding, and it'll be a free kick to Williams.
If I was Carlton right now, I'd make a change and I'd put Vesio at half-back, get her into the game. She's their most important player.
Great call. Kate Sheehan on Collingwood's list. Ellie Brush, well, there goes the soccer. Toe poke off the ground, picking it up at Hardiman. And unable to get there in time for the Blues was Attard. So we'll have a throw in on the outer side.
Just the poise and the confidence from the Giants. They're playing like a team that believes they can actually really win this game. Probably when not too many people in the outer are thinking that. So terrific effort by Tim Schmidt and his crew to get his girls thinking in such a positive way.
Assuming front position in the ruck was Moody. Comes back her way, fires out the handball. Quick kick from Audley. Bibby's there. Tried to protect the player. Oh, bodies on the line, going down Harbour's loins. Great tackle from Katie Loins.
She's good at that, and she's known for that. She's tough in and under Katie Loins.
So the 30-year-old veteran just trying to lift her team, and that's a great kick. She's going to win a free kick for a push after she...
No, I think it was a downfield free.
Yeah, put down after she got rid of it. So gets the kick away just... And an old-fashioned bump applied there by Stephanie Walker.
I'm sure she's given a few out. She would have seen that coming. Braced herself.
So this is Shearlaw for the Blues. From directly in front. They desperately need a goal. Can she find one? No, she can't. Misses to the right-hand side. 4 minutes to play in this third, and it's all the Giants. They lead it by 12 points.
We talked about Shearlaw before and her story and how she got involved in the AFL. It was one of her friends who sent a YouTube clip to the coaching staff. They didn't even meet her before they drafted her, so she must have been special.
So here's Tompkins. Blues looking to go again. This is Tilly Lucas-Rod. The Giants defenders just flooding back, plugging the holes, making it really difficult. There's no obvious avenue to goal. Shearlaw picks it up in two minds, gets a little kick away. Hitting it hard was Beeson, going to smother. Williams tries to apply the tackle. Pounder's taken down. Was she high? The umpire says no.
I want to see more defenders punching from behind rather than trying to mark. I feel like we've seen a lot of that over the last, couple of rounds. You have to impose yourself on the contest and punch that ball to boundary side.
Shearlaw gets it down to Audley on the outside of the right boot, and she gets it home. And to say that was desperately needed is an understatement. The Blues are back in it.
Well, Shea Audley loves a goal and she loves a celebration, and she's one of those kind of, those naggy type little players in and under at the contest. And you'll see her here, gets the footy out, extracts it, throws it on the boot in front of goal, and doesn't she love that? And her teammates love her as well.
How critical are small forwards to this game?
Super important, and Audley's great when she pushes forward.
So the Giants now leading by 6 points. They get the clearance out of the centre. Mark taken by Davey. She's had 14 disposals in this game. Flares it wide. Marking is Jacobson.
They want to move quickly here. They don't have much time on the clock and they need a goal.
Jacobson looks for the long lead. Oh, great strong hands. Mark taken by Shearlaw.
She's really starting to come into this game and finding her feet here on debut, and hasn't played a lot of footy, but really getting her confidence up.
27-year-old pumps it long. Vesio. And Vesio marks directly in front for a chance for 2 goals within a minute.
Well, Tim Schmidt won't be happy there. Ash Guest should have pushed it in front of the leader, Vesio, and blocked her run at the football. And the defender there, I think it was in Faruja, had no chance on Vesio there.
So Darcy Vesio, a 23-year-old marquee player. A big deep breath on approach to draw it level with a minute and a half to play before 3/4 time. Well, the Blues have been forced to work harder, and they worked last Friday night. They have well and truly been challenged here, but they have responded in the most impressive fashion.
Yeah, and you see the Giants players sort of withdraw from the lead-up space there from Vesio. They should have owned that space and limited her run at the footy, and those little mistakes cost you, Kate.
What worked well for them in the first quarter was double teaming Vesio, and that just didn't happen then. And you give her an opportunity, she'll take it.
It's game on with a minute and a half to play here before the last change. The Giants really caught the Blues by surprise, but they've responded. Sending it inside 50. That is a thumping kick. In front is Shearlaw. Couldn't do it in the air. De Pellegrini tackles her to the ground. Pound bursts through. The umpire blows his whistle. It'll be a Giants ball.
Well, great attack there at Shearlaw. She's really starting to turn this game up in their forward line.
This is Christy De Pellegrini. She's the Sparky by trade.
This is true. Purple hair, Kel.
I like it. It's easy to pinpoint. To Tompkins with a mop of shock blonde hair.
They need to slow it down a bit here, the Giants. We do not want another goal for the Blues before 3/4 time.
And I think that's a 50-metre.
Yeah, it is. Cribbing over the mark. So that'll make things interesting. Less than a minute to play here before 3/4 time. Can Guest do something? It was all the Giants in this first half of this quarter. They kicked the first 2 goals after halftime, led by 12 points. The Blues with the last 2, a surge from the home side. And it is all tied up. Phoebe McWilliams looking to send it back inside 50. And Davey reads it best, the vice-captain for the Blues. So 3/4 time, don't go anywhere because the scene is set here. It's the first of a double-header and the 4 points up for grabs. Can the Blues make it 2 from 2 or can the Giants produce the upset so far of this history-making competition? It is all tied up at the last change. Carlton 4-4-28, the Giants 4-4-28. We've got a quarter to go.